Welcome back to Adventures in Search and Rescue in the mountains of northern New Mexico. As with the last 3 episodes, this one will continue on, as will the next 2 or 3, about different hiking trails that you can take. As always, be prepared, carry water, rain gear, and look up the trails that you want to hike on. There are a number of apps that you can download: Gaia, All Trails, CalTopo. There are a number of them, all of which you can download to your cell phone and then load onto the phone the actual map that you want to take during that day, so that you do not need cell connectivity to use the map function. In addition, there are signs along the trails, but as you've heard in the last 2 episodes, those signs can be confusing. The next trailhead we're going to talk about is the Big Tesuque Campground, or the Big T Campground. This is the next one up north, heading towards the ski basin. The first one was Chamisa, the next one was Borrego Bear Waller, and this is the Big T Campground. This one has a number of different options that you can take. If you park at the campground itself, you can cross 476 Ski Basin Road, and there's a trailhead just on the other side of the road, and it's a bit of a steep decline for the first 75 to 100 feet, so you have to be careful going down. And it takes you right alongside of the creek, and there's plenty of water there, so if you bring your dog with you, the dog will have an opportunity to drink there. You can follow that trail out, and there's a very fun trail to take. It's called the Snowshoe Race Track. You can look it up. It's several miles. Now, most of the turns there, or at least the first turn, is not marked, so you need to keep an eye out for where the trail turns to your right and goes uphill. It intersects Forest Road 102, which literally can take you from the Ski Basin Trail all the way across the county and come out into Tesuque. It's a long hike. You don't want to do it. In any event, when you take the uphill portion of the Snowshoe Ski Race Trail, say that 3 times real fast, it takes you up to 102. You make a left on 102 and start to go generally downhill for a couple of miles. Now you have to be alert, because there is a sign, but it's sometimes difficult to see. And it'll be on your left, and you'll make almost a full U-turn to head back down into the forest itself. Again, for a mile or so. One of the key phrases in Santa Fe Search and Rescue is when somebody asks how far. It's a mile and a half or so. Doesn't matter whether it's 100 yards or 3 miles. It's always that answer. In any event, you'll come to another sign, and at that sign, you will need to make another left. And if you follow the trail all the way back, it'll take you exactly back where you came from, right up to the water runoff, and then a steep climb up to the road. Point of interest: if you have your dog with you, at this point, it would be good to put the dog on the leash, because there's a lot of traffic that goes by on the road towards the ski basin all year long, and they don't necessarily slow down. So if your dog is somewhat like mine, a little bit anxious and likes to run ahead, it's a good place to put the leash on before you get to the road itself. In addition to this trailhead, at the Big T Campground, you can just go directly uphill, right next to the picnic benches. And again, there'll be a chance to take a, quote, fork in the road. One crosses the bridge to your left and takes you all the way up to Aspen Vista Road along the Big Tesuque Campground Trail. The other one is you can go straight ahead. It's a little bit of a bushwhack, but if you can keep your bearing and generally go straight uphill, you will intersect Aspen Vista Road. Both trails, whether you take the one across the bridge or the one straight up, intersects Aspen Vista Road. Either way, make a right, and continue on. You'll come to what we call the first overlook, the large rock. But if you keep going all the way to the top, to Tsuke Peak, it's basically 6 miles long each way. And there's no real loop unless you want to do a 25-mile or so hike. On the next episode, I'll talk more about the hikes off of Aspen Vista Road and also some bushwhacking you can do in the snow season when the snow is deep enough. Until next time, be safe.